All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Let me set up TikTok really quick. Shipping out whatnot orders from tonight. So appreciate everybody who came out to tonight's show. I did this last week when we had a whatnot show. I came on Friday night and did a little bit of shipping. It's a perfect night to do it because everybody's already asleep. So come hang out, see what sold. If you missed the show, you'll still see everything that sold. I'll kind of go over prices and things like that. And as I'm shipping out, you guys will be able to ask your questions. We had a 100 item show tonight. Now, if me and Kayla were both shipping out the show, it usually only takes us about an hour to ship out 100 items. She's usually packing the items. I'm shipping the items and putting them into boxes. Obviously, with one person, it's going to take a little bit longer. But what's up, Juliet? But you guys can hang out. Feel free to ask questions about shipping, about what the show was, all that stuff, or just normal reselling questions. What's up, Trisha? But yeah, 100 items tonight. Did pretty good. Today was a little bit slower, but we haven't done Friday shows in a very long time. So it's kind of like Saturday shows we're known to be on. Everybody knows come on Saturday shows, whereas Friday shows we're trying to build them up. So consigners kind of know that Fridays are going to be probably a little bit slower, but Saturdays will be really good. So yeah, it's kind of a known thing. We kind of got to grow that day back. We used to do Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and Fridays actually were our best days, but it's been a while since we've done a Friday show, especially consistently. So we expect it to take a little bit for those shows to grow. But yeah, you guys will be able to see everything that's hanging out. Teach, what's up, Teach? You guys will be able to see everything that's sold, and then of course feel free to ask questions. Sales today on other platforms have been really slow. I think I've got 4 eBay sales now, and I think 1 Posh sale. It's been so slow today for some reason. So if you guys are having slow sales, I'm having slow sales too. We've been listing pretty consistently too, so I figured this weekend would be picking up a little bit, but it's been slow. All right, let's get started. I'm going to go from the back to the front because it's easier to just do that when I have the show racked up the way I do. Tonight I wasn't feeling good at all too, so yeah, you did. You had 2 Mercari sales. I saw your text right before the show. If you were on the show, I mentioned that I wasn't feeling good. I'm actually feeling a little bit better now. But right before the show, my daughter was saying that she wasn't feeling good, and I kind of felt a little under the weather. But luckily, I'm feeling a little bit better right now. So you see how long it takes before you get a violation. We'll see. I actually did the whole live thrift today and didn't get 1 violation, which is pretty good. I thought for sure I would because I got a lot of like random questions. And no, I'm talking weird right now because I'm trying not to talk on this side of my mouth because I got like a cold sore. Usually when I get a cold sore, that's when I get sick. Appreciate the roses. Let's go. Live goal achieved. I don't know. I guess this is the gift live goal, right? Set up new goal. Let's just set up a crazy goal of like 100 roses. And let's just keep this going. 100 roses, confirmed. That way we don't have to worry about this too much. Appreciate the roses, though, DW. That's surprising. It is. I figured for sure I would get hit with one, but it's been a while. Hope all is well. What's up, Jeanette? It has been a while. Appreciate you hopping on in. Appreciate you hopping in. I don't know if Facebook is loaded up, but YouTube is definitely here. All right, late night shipping live. I don't usually do these, but I might do these on Friday nights because Friday nights I usually come and ship anyway to get ready for Saturday's show. I like to get this rack completely cleared so that way I can use this rack to rack up tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show is all Polo Ralph Lauren, so tomorrow's show is going to be epic, and I'm going to need all the racks I can possibly have for that one. How do you determine how to price items? We look up comps. So we look up what's listed and what's sold. That's how you determine price. Guess who's back? Back again. What's up, Carolyn? Welcome in. How many whatnot? You moving in 1 week now? 2. I want to do 3. And we're going to test a Wednesday show this coming week, but we have to grow those days. I know Saturdays, like I said earlier, Saturdays are days that everybody knows we're going to be on. And Fridays, we got to grow that day. We had a good amount of people on our show, but you know, I want to see like 150 to 200. That's where I get, you know, a lot of people. I see Facebook's coming in now. But yeah, it's going to take a little bit, but I think by like November, mid-November, we'll probably be like set on that Friday, and then we'll be able to start moving consignment. I'd also love to move consignment midweek, like during the day, but it's a risky move. So risky move. Mr. Whatnot, hopefully catch you tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's show is going to be epic. Tomorrow's show is going to be, I kind of felt like today's show is going to be a little slow. We had good inventory, but I felt like it was going to be a little slow. I think tomorrow's going to be crazy. So any kids tomorrow? We do have kids pieces tomorrow. Yeah, we have new with tag kids pieces tomorrow. Thank you for all the information that you share with us. Appreciate it, Andres. Welcome in. Do you use any of those apps like Thrift AI? I use Nifty AI to create my listings and list them and all that stuff. So I've tried morning shows. Morning shows have been good. Again, I can't risk consignment on those shows. So I got to prove to the consigners that those shows do good. So those shows I'd have to risk my own items on, which I'm fine with. So yeah, I think we could do morning shows. I'd love to be able to do morning and night shows and have like set days for morning shows because I could clear out a whole bunch of stuff. What's up, Miguel? I got a YouTube and got YouTube notification before Facebook. Yeah, that's usually how it happens. I think because always I get the YouTube comments first. How do you get shipping expenses added? You do shipping policies on eBay, and that's how you just move those over to Nifty. So you have to create shipping policies which are under your business policies. How are you feeling? I'm feeling okay. I know I'm getting sick because every time I get sick, I always get a cold sore. I got a cold sore in my mouth, and it's like really bothering me. I saw some warnings gets lots of viewers. Yeah, somebody who does really good is Renzy, RNZY. They destroy morning time slots. That Renzi does like 10K in sales every single time he goes live, and he's selling North Face, Patagonia, Lululemon, new with tags. Everything's new with tags, but he doesn't do dollar starts. He's if you're not following Renzi, make sure you give Renzi a follow. Still at it. I'm always at it, Michael. Always, always at it. You bald, beautiful man. I love your name, Baldy McBald. I can't stop. Where have you been? They finally let you free. They did let me free. That's where I've been. I've been locked up. Actually, I haven't been anywhere. I've been everywhere, but here live. I've been live on all other platforms, so you should follow me there. But I'm finally back. He prices up and gets. Yeah, he does really good. Renzi's the goat. Vitamin 3. I looked and saw if we had anything cold medicine wise, but we don't. So I'll just have to deal with it. Good show tonight. Looking forward to tomorrow night's show. Tomorrow night's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I already started racking some things, but you guys have no clue what's coming tomorrow. Like tomorrow's show is gonna be epic. Kayla counted and she's like, "There's 20 plus double RL pieces in that box. You want to run them all tomorrow?" And I said, "We might run them all. We might run them all tomorrow. Tomorrow might be. We may we may beat our record. Beating our record is going to be hard. We'd have to run like 300 plus pieces tomorrow, but we might do it. We have a good show for tomorrow. So, no, tomorrow's all polo. Tomorrow's all polo. Pack my stuff up yet? No, I just hopped on, just started. I'm gonna work from the back to the front. So, hang out, ask questions. Appreciate you guys hanging out over on everywhere. I got everywhere fired up tonight. If you missed it, I did a live thrift over on TikTok today. I will be posting that elsewhere. It's already uploaded on the YouTubes, and I just have to upload it on Facebook. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Any extra large tomorrow for sure. I have every size tomorrow. I'm gonna have 200 plus pieces racked up. I'm gonna have every single size tomorrow. We're just gonna run it random pull straight through, fast pace, new with tag, pre-owned, heavy hitters, medium hitters. You're gonna have the low end pieces. You're gonna have the high end pieces. You're gonna have everything. So I learned a lot from you, and then Surf's up. That's good. You put me first before Surf's. Always do that. Makes me feel better. Just kidding. I love messing with Surf's. Let me grab some poly bags really quick. I gotta grab some small ones, and I got some big, like sweater poly bags too. So DM the creator. Yeah, it keeps saying that. That's why I kept getting those notifications the other day. People kept hitting it. I don't know what it. I don't know why. Like TikTok would do that now. Like not everybody needs a message from people. So it's gonna be fun. Yes, it is. By the way, Dora has a show too. Dora, let everybody know about your show. It's gonna be a fun day. Dora has a show. We have a show. Everybody has shows. It's Saturday. Saturday is the best day to do lives. I'm seeing a few reseller videos with their Q4 tips and prep recommendations. Any chance you will do a similar video? I can tell you. You can come here, Melissa, and ask me those questions. I don't think I'm going to do a video for that. Maybe I will. Prep for Q4. Number one, make sure you have enough shipping supplies. Make sure you're ordering your shipping supplies, your free stuff from the post office, like right now, because they will get backed up. And if you order it, sometimes it's going to take a month before it gets there. Also, make sure you have poly bags and stuff like that on deck. And then make sure you're listing heavy right now, because during that time, you're going to see more sales, which means you're going to be packing more, which means you're going to be listing less. So right now, while you're packing less, you should be listing more. So that way you can just move those items. That's two easy things. You and Surfs go live again together. Ever on here? Not on here. We go live elsewhere. We need to do one soon. Do you see where Kim K is going after Amazon selling fakes? Yeah, there's a lot of non-reputable people that sell on platforms. I'll just say that. So make sure who you're buying from is legit. That's all I'll say. Just listed 7 for tonight. Let's go. I didn't list any today. Kayla did some drafts, but I didn't list any. I'm gonna list show tomorrow. Nice show and whatnot. Appreciate you. We're gonna have a good show tomorrow. Tomorrow's show is gonna be better. I'll say this: tonight's show is a little slow. And again, it's Friday night. We're trying to build Friday nights, and you're gonna see there even us. We're gonna have slow shows. I don't understand sometimes bidding and prices. I think there's people that got crazy steals tonight and people didn't even understand it. Like this Rain Spooner shirt sold for 25. That's pretty much what this shirt goes for. It's a good price for a Rain Spooner shirt new with tags. This sold for $11. That sold for $11 tonight. It's a 2XL men's carbon to cobalt knit sweater. Like this is 35 plus all day on other platforms. Sold for 11. So you never know with whatnot. It's very weird what some pieces will sell for and others don't. And that's like a piece that does well on the E platform that might not do as well on W platform. So that might be the reason why. Whereas this has a big hit on the back, so this like screams on the camera, like buy me. And that's probably why it did so good. But yeah, you never know. Yeah, it's D to OD. Still haven't received my grand. I haven't ordered mine yet, Erica. I keep saying I'm going to remember to do it, and I haven't. Some people said it's taken up to a month for them to receive it, which is kind of wild, but that's the post office for you. Great to see you in the evening. I normally catch you during my lunch break. Hope you all are settling in the new house. You and Surfs Up Fines have been my teachers. I have 5 things going out tomorrow. See how I listed K-Way Shop first. Let's go. I like that. So grateful for people. Appreciate you, Susan. Let's go. Always put me before Surfs, and you're always going to win me over. Digger, consignor must be bad. No, my consignor is always happy. They're always happy people. Your polo show, what price do you start? Everything starts at 10. We pretty much keep everything at 10. We don't like to go up and down too much. If we just keep at 10, everybody knows it's going to be 10. So that's what tomorrow's going to be. They're out of poly mailers. The one thing I need, are they out already? Figures they weren't prepared. They probably didn't realize how many people actually sell on Posh. So yeah, I found Roosevelt's. Found Roosevelt's from our show tomorrow. Let's go. See, look. Wood hangers yet? Trisha's in the chat. Trisha, when are the wood hangers coming? When are the wood hangers coming, Trisha? I gotta get poly bags. Where'd you put my poly bags at? Kayla cleaned up in here today. She actually did a really good job. I was out thrifting today. Kayla racked the entire show for me. She did like 10 listings today. And then of course she went and grabbed Joey and all that stuff. She did her mom duties, but she killed it today. Appreciate you, Ida. See you tomorrow too. I'll be there 8 o'clock sharp. You know what time. Any suggestions? Posh dead sales going on right now. My suggestion is if you're not cross-posting, cross-post your inventory. That's what my suggestion. I sell way more on the E platform. I can't really say it because TikTok doesn't like me saying it, but you guys get what I'm saying. I sell way more over there than I do on Posh. Complimented Kayla, I did. She's napping right now. She's sleeping. She was tired. She said, I need to go to bed. I'm tired. I said, all right, I'm going to ship. Let's go through thrifting next week. Oh, you want to go thrifting next week? We're going to go to Wednesday. I'm going to do a live thrift, Erica. If you come down Wednesday. If not, I think we're probably going to go thrifting Wednesdays, Fridays, because Joey has school Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So those are the best days for us to go. So if you want to come with us on Wednesday, that would be cool. Wait, Shippo discount, spend 50, get 50, must join. Ralph, don't do that. No, there's no spend 50, get 50. I just padded, I just got the padded today, but nothing else came. Ordered about 3 weeks ago. Nice. I seen some people order them, and instead of they get the poly bags, they got the like padded envelopes, which is kind of weird. So, label bags, I use the 10 by 13s. I have them somewhere. Somebody can say it in the chat. Actually, I can say it in the chat. Hold on. I have that. If you read that thing that I just put in the chat, that's where you can find them. Thanks for reminding me to list your show yesterday. I put one item and it sold in 30 minutes. Let's go. Sneaky chat. Yeah, you gotta be sneaky. You gotta be sneaky over there. You can't say the words because you get in trouble when you say the words. So, it did it not work over there? Did it not work when I just wrote it? Lean in. Let's see if that works. For some reason, my chat didn't go through. There it goes. Now you can see it. All right. Next up, let's ship the next item, number 96. I probably won't get all of this done, but I do want to get a little ahead. Usually I go chill. Me and the daughter took a walk after the show tonight, so we kind of just chilled out for a little bit. Usually I go to bed, but I do want to get ahead of schedule because tomorrow's show is gonna be a little heavy for me to build. So next question: how do you get shipping expense from eBay to upload? It makes profile look bigger than it actually is. How do you get the shipping expense to upload? Right? Is that what you're asking? Shipping expense. So what you do is you go into, I'm going to show you my screen here in a second. So you're saying basically your shipping expense right here. So let's say this, oh, I just sold something on Depop. Let's go. You're saying your shipping expense isn't loading right here. So what you do is you hit import and then import from like a month or two before, and it'll import all of your data, and then you hit submit. So import, submit, and then as soon as you do that, it's going to load all your shipping expenses right into there. If you want to do it manually too, you just hit edit, and then you can put your shipping expenses in, and then it'll save that data, and it'll change your line on there. So whatever method you want to use. It will never upload your shipping before you ship, because obviously you haven't charged anything to the buyer, or you haven't charged, or you even gave eBay your money for your label, so it won't charge your account. So that's why it can't put that information in until you buy it. So after you buy it, you just hit import and update all of those numbers for you. Do you fill country of origin? I don't fill any of those extras that you don't need to film. I'm gonna sound like I have a lisp tonight because that cold sore is messing with me. For a quick minute, I thought you were vice president. 2 days in a row, I got called JD Vance. I bet you it's going to happen every day. It's always on TikTok, too. I might look like him, I guess. I get it every time I'm on live. This is going to go into one of my bigger bags. I've just bought bigger bags specifically for shipping these shows because we're going to have bigger items, so we need bigger bags. Thank you, no problem. I know it's kind of weird. It's not something that's like known, so that's why I get that question a lot. But yeah, that's how you do it. Super easy, super simple. Just do it right after you get done shipping in the morning. Just go hit that button. Look how big these bags are. Just hit that button as soon as you're done shipping, and you will upload all that information. You can do it immediately too. It'll update even if it's like seconds after you did it. You don't have to wait any time. Big old bags. Appreciate all the questions too. He was Indiana last week. He was nice. I don't follow politics, so don't think this is a political chat. Don't think this is political. Fun fact: I'm not even registered to vote. There was a little drama on TikTok a couple weeks ago about me and political views, and I just laughed at it because I'm not even registered to vote. Like, can't get me. Not gonna work. Anyways, I think this is going to go priority, right? I think I put this the proper weight class. Today, everything was proper weights, so that way people didn't have to overpay for shipping. The only issue is I'm supposed to add photos and all the information, so that way I can get my wings back. If you don't know what wings back are on the other platform, it means you have to upload all of your listings and put photos in, so that's why we always have like random pool photo in there. So that way it qualifies as a, what is it? It qualifies as a certain kind of listing, and then you can get your wings back, which means you get discounted fees if you sell more than $50,000 in 90 days. So we're trying to get that back because we fell off when we moved, and we didn't hit that sales goal. We missed it by like $4,000. So, but when we do the listings the way we did tonight, it doesn't count towards that number. So it's kind of bad and good at the same time. Quality listing. That's the one. What's up, House of Coop? Another great whatnotter right there. Y'all's neatness inspires me. I'm going to put out a video tomorrow. I have to film the video, but I'm going to put out a video tomorrow pulling an order and showing how that whole process works. Short form. I've already done it long form, but I'm going to do it short form as long as Joey participates. Do you ever regret selling stuff? Yeah, I regret selling the Kuji sweater to Surfs because he puts it in front of my face all the time. That's the only thing I regret. Premier Shop. How does that help the seller? You get a discounted fees, and then you also get a direct line to support. So if you ever have an issue, you can just talk directly to support. So that's the benefits you get with having that. Oh, I have these now. I ordered a bunch of these, so that way I can use them for stuff like this. So I don't have to use my own stuff. Yeah, quality listing. That's the name of it. I forgot the name of it. It's because I haven't had the wings in like 2 months. I feel wingless. I can't say that word. Can't say that word on TikTok. I feel the N word. I feel an N. But I will get it back. We should get it back this month, by the end of this month. With how many shows we're doing and how much we're making on each show, I'm almost certain we're going to get it back. But we're going to try. I am eligible to, yes. I had a conversation with them about live selling. But I don't think they're ready to be live selling, especially clothing. I've seen some sellers live sell and it's not successful at all. So I'm only going to go to a platform that's successful unless they paid me a lot of money. They'd have to pay me a lot of money to run a show over there. Like a lot of money. Have you ever been scammed by a buyer? Yeah, it happens every once in a while. It's part of business. If you owned your own store, people would walk in and steal clothes and put them on their backs and walk out your front door. I don't have to worry about that with the business I have. So if somebody buys a shirt and says that it didn't fit, or said that, you know, the measurements weren't right, or said it had a hole in it and it didn't have a hole in it, and they send it back to me, it's part of business. Can you talk about pre-love partner program is on eBay? To be honest, I don't really know. They just reached out and asked me to become partnered with them for that, and I accepted it. I don't think there's many perks except you just get a badge on your items. So, what's your thoughts on tic-tac-toe? I think Just Joey is the best tic-tac-toe player, and I tried to play him today. He won. I've been an expert at tic-tac-toe, and I think that I just met my match. He definitely beat me at tic-tac-toe on his TikTok live today. I hopped on. But I learned that there is an eraser rule. So next time I'm fully capable of beating you because I know the eraser can be played at any time. So be aware. The lifestyle, yeah, is a bunch of watchers and no buyers. Actually, so Dora, the way it works is, if you guys don't know, if you ever watch one of the lives, so the people that are live on that platform, you'll see the watchers go up, but it's not actually people watching, it's just a viewer count. So if you go in and come back, the viewer count goes up. If you go in and come back, your viewer count goes up. It never goes down. So it's a number of, instead of like on TikTok right now, I have 62 and it'll go down to 60 and it'll go back up to 75 and it'll go back down to 60. The viewer count never goes down. It's just how many people have come into the show. So if you see 10,000 views, that just means 10,000 people have viewed the live. It doesn't mean 10,000 people are actively watching the live, which is weird way. They want to inflate their numbers and make it seem like there's a lot of people watching, but that doesn't help. What helps is actually having people watching to bid on your items. It's dangerous to sell internationally. No, sell it through the international shipping program. Send it through the international shipping program. You won't have to worry about getting scammed. What app did you use to edit your video? It's called InShot, INSHOT. Can you recommend an online consignment store? Sell some good brands like. You can reach out to me if you want. We're not taking in consignment right now to run on where we're running our items tonight. But if you have really good stuff, I'll take it. Like really good stuff. I'm trying to get the best stuff from everybody, so that way my shows just have the best stuff, like $50 plus items. That's my goal, is to have every item sell for 50 or more. I know that sounds weird, and it sounds it doesn't sound possible, but I think it is to do that. Do we know for sure if we use Shippo, eBay shipping, that will the buyer protection still? Yes, you can use outside labels and you're perfectly fine. You can use outside labels and you're perfectly fine. Trisha, I can't read that. I can't read that message because I can't see it on my phone. Yeah, you're protected. You're protected. Yeah, you're protected. Just randomly. Yeah. Yes, you're protected, and you get the cheaper label, so you're good. As long as you prove that you have shipped the item. So if the item gets tracked by USPS, you're good. The only time you're not protected, and you wouldn't be protected if you bought it on eBay anyway, is if your item doesn't track. So if you just give it to the mailman and the mailman never scans it in and then it gets lost, you're not protected by that item. But as long as it tracks, you're good. So yeah, I saw it. I saw it on my computer. I forgot I could look it on my computer. Next up, number 95. Appreciate all the questions. Keep asking the questions. I'll just keep shipping while you guys are asking questions, because that's what it's about. I'm not trying to get all these shipped out tonight. I'm actually trying to work a little bit. I probably should rest because I wasn't feeling good, but I don't rest. My 6-year-old grandson Uno every time we play. Let's go. Smokes you in Uno every time you play. I haven't played Uno in a bit. Uno is I think we played like a year ago with the kids. They didn't really like it because I beat them. For labels to get cheaper, exceed 30 a month. Pitching pennies where I can. Yeah, that's what it's good for. And you don't have to do the subscription, Christy. Just use the 30 per month and just use them on the heavier labels, and that's it. That's what I would say. You don't have to do the subscription now unless you do a lot of heavyweight items. Then you could do the subscription because then it makes sense. Because after your like 20th package that you ship, you're going to be in the green or you're going to be in the black. Is that what it is? And you'll be fine to pay for the subscription. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. So that's what I would say. It's having issues scanning my Shippo labels for some reason. They shouldn't have an issue scanning them. They're labels. Like when I'm shipping out my orders right now, actually I think this is supposed to go. The labels that I'm buying through WN right now are coming through Shippo. That's all the same service. They buy their labels from Shippo. Yeah, so they shouldn't have an issue doing that. Do you do flat rate? Yeah, I do flat rate shipping on eBay. 7, 10, and 12. So anything under a pound goes 7. Anything between 1 to 2 pounds goes 10. Anything above 2 pounds, I usually do $12 shipping. Wait, I know you've been gone, but who is this? Jaylicious. OG Jaylicious. I got it back. I got it back. We are officially back in business for a little bit. I think I got 3 violations yesterday on live, so it could be gone at any time, so just enjoy it while you have it. That's all I have to say. And then I just go right back to my side account. So if you're not following the side account, that's what Katie just put up. Follow the side account, because at any time, this could be all gone. Yeah, it is epic. It's pretty cool. I sneakily got it back. I did a bunch of photos today and got caught up for 2 weeks worth of work trips. Been gone. That's awesome. Let's go, Christy. That's a smart move. Scheduling 6 on Nifty, get ahead and trigger the algorithm. Sales have been slow. Yeah, my sales have been slow too. If your sales have been slow, it's not because of you. I think it's after the holiday. Like the holiday weekend, I had really, really good sales. It was like fire sales, and I wasn't listing that week. So I was like, why is sales so good? But I think after the holiday weekend, everybody went back to work. People are working longer hours. People aren't shopping. I think this weekend it'll start picking up again. So if you've had slower sales, I think it's just part of the game. Got Ground Advantage supplies yesterday via Poshmark. Please tell me I can use them on eBay. I'm going to tell you can, and a lot of people are going to tell you that that's wrong, but I'm going to tell them that they're wrong. They're Ground Advantage shipping supplies. They're produced by USPS to be used on USPS parcels. They are not Poshmark exclusive. There's other businesses that have them, so yes, feel free to use them. There's going to be people in the chat that say you can't use them. They're 100% wrong. What's the best thing to do? Start your first show. Start your first show, schedule it in advance, come into shows, be part of the community, like go into people's shows, let people know what you got coming up. Ask the person who's running the show, like, hey, can I promote? Most of the time they're going to say yes. We say yes every time. I don't care. You don't have to buy something to promote your show. That's wild if people make you do that. You're not supposed to do that, actually. I was actually going to joke with Bearded about that today, because Bearded came in and he was like, can I promote after somebody asked? And I was going to say you have to pay for something to promote, but I knew people were going to report me if I said that. It was going to be a joke. I was going to say, Bearded, you have to spend like $300 to be able to do it. And I was like, wait, I can't say that because somebody's going to legitimately report me. But just be part of the community and schedule your shows out and bring some good stuff. Have you heard an update on the Cool Kick Saga? I haven't. This shirt looks sweat stained. That's because I just did a show and it probably is sweat stained. Free people corduroys are selling like crazy. That's awesome. Free people corduroys. That's something I don't think I've ever seen. Doesn't allow showing products unless your affiliate making. Yeah, TikTok's weird. All the other platforms do. So we went live once and got 4 violations and haven't went live again. I think it's fine to go live and get violations. I don't think you're going to get your live taken away. At least I haven't seen it yet. None of my violations have stuck. They've just been violations. So yeah, I've been good though. I've been good, Jaylicious. I can't believe this is real. Only Jason, Chris, David could prove it. I'm trying to get Chris unbanned. Actually, we're working on it. I think he's going to be able to get his too. So, keep sending me the ground boxes. So many boxes, no poly mailers yet. Still waiting for those. Yeah, I think somebody said earlier that the ground supplies are out for the poly bags. Everybody ordered them. Everybody in the Midwest is on fall break. Still garage sales galore. We have a community garage sale tomorrow, but we're not going to go because Kayla's got to go visit her grandma. Her grandma's not doing very good at all. So this might be the last visit. So she's gonna go there and take one of the girls with her. So I'm just gonna stay back with Joe Bro and let them handle all that. Um, House unadvised. I need this house to get sold. Oh, Christy, you're selling your house? Good luck. That's a fun and miserable experience all at the same time for sure. Uh, why do they? I don't know. I don't know. You can say everything on the other platforms perfectly fine, but it's because it's like a, I guess with the TikTok shop, it's like a conflict of interest, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. They should just let people, they want people to go live, but then they give people violations like galore. It's like it deters people from going live. So I don't know. Chris was live yesterday, so he got it back. He did tell me he got it back. Let's go. If he was live yesterday, let's go. I'm going to text him after this. Why didn't he tell me he got his live access back? Is it safe to fan you? Is it safe to fan me? I wish I had a fan out here. I'm going to set up a AC unit up at the top so that way I can get nice air out here. What is one? Air sales. If you bounce between multiple listings based on the weight, will it keep counting up? Yeah, so you can keep editing your listing. So let's say you run 3 items that are 11 ounces and then you go into the listing and you edit it and make it to 1 pound and you run that item and it's under a random pool with like quantity of 100. Even though you change the weight, you didn't change the listing, it's still going to run it and the next item's still going to go in order. So yeah, you can edit weights. I plan to make a video on that random pool video so I can tell you guys exactly how all that works. So hitting up Plato's Once Upon a Child and Goodwill tomorrow with my little helper to get more inventory. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Seeing to myself, fun fact, I've sold through every WN purchase of all these men except for one. There you go. You've sold through all your whatnot purchases. That's the way to do it right there. I think it was live today too. Okay. I'll have to ask him. Yeah. Still have shirts from one of them. Gotcha. Are you still are you doing mentoring? I don't do any mentoring. You come here and you ask questions for free. I don't do any courses or nothing like that. I don't want to do courses. I know I can make a boatload of money if I did a course. It doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather just come here and do it for free. That's how I learned. That's how you guys should learn. I've been shipping UPS Ground Saver because it's been better, reliable than USPS. And lately it's been cost adjustment at $13 and $55 total. You can do that on Shippo too. So you can use USPS or UPS Ground Saver on Shippo. That's something that I don't think you can do on E platform. I don't think you can get, I might be wrong about that, but I don't think you can. So on Shippo, you're able to do that. You can use the ground saver, which means you got to take it into the UPS store. And what they're going to do is they're going to send it UPS and then it gets delivered USPS. It's called ground saver. Usually that's what happens. Sometimes it's UPS, but most of the time it's UPS and then USPS delivers. Can't do a course. Every situation is different. Yeah, I don't think you should be paying for courses, to be honest. Appreciate you, Debbie. Number 94. We didn't get a lot of bundle purchases tonight. So I did the proper weights, and I honestly think doing everything at 1 pound, even if the items don't weigh 1 pound, actually helps your show more. Because when we do proper weights, people don't know how much they have to bundle to get to that 5 pound max to be able to max out on shipping. Because everything's a different weight. And if I just say, if you buy 1 item, your next 4 are free, people bundle 5 items more often. So today was a little bit of a test, and people have asked us too in the shows, like, why is shipping so expensive for your first item? And I think it actually works out better if you do higher shipping. It's mentally, it's weird. You would pay less if you just bought 1 item, and you pay more if you buy 1 item the opposite way, but people bundle more when they buy it the other way. And usually they spend a tiny bit more too, because they're like, oh, I'm already on free shipping. I might as well pay a little bit more for this piece because I don't have to pay shipping on it. So yeah, we're going to keep testing it, but does that up to 11. It works well. So she does flat rate up to 11. I don't know how that works, but we do up to 5 pounds, and after 5 pounds, they start paying for shipping again. That's how we do it. And it seems to work pretty well that way. So yeah, make sure you follow everywhere. Did you like the clear bags? They are on the TikTok shop now. If you go to my TikTok shop, they're not the exact same clear bags as these, but they're basically identical. There's not really much difference. So if you go to my showcase TikTok shop, I cleared a lot of it out yesterday. I started adding some products in. Also, I have the boxes. So if you're interested in boxes, they're not the same exact boxes that are on my shelf. They're instead of 28 by 8 by 8, they're 24 by 8 by 8. So they're 4 inches shorter, but they should work exactly the same. They'll actually fit on the shelves completely and not hang over. So if you need those too, they're also linked as well. They're pretty comparable to the other platforms' prices, but I'm trying to just fill the shop up with, you know, all the stuff that I have on the other platforms, so I don't have to say for you guys to go elsewhere. You can just stay right here and buy them. So 8 to 11 pieces. 8 to 11 is like 7 pieces. What do you mean? She has to do flat rate then. It has to be flat rate. See you backing. I almost died when I get the notifications came up. Let's go. You saw the notification. Do you weigh each item before? So tonight we did. Usually we don't. Usually we just do a flat line cost across the board of like 1 pound. Most items are under a pound, but there are a few items that are over a pound. And usually what happens is people buy a couple items that are under a pound and a couple items that are over a pound, and it works itself out. Like last week, I only had to adjust 2 labels when I shipped the show. So that's the way it works. But now that we're moving into winter season, it's going to be 1 to 2 pound shipping. So that means they're only going to be able to bundle 2 items before they start paying shipping again. So hoping the Z-Racks go on sale. These Z-Racks are amazing. I love these Z-Racks. They're so good. They're so good. They're heavy duty. Like on this rack right now, I have 100 items. Well, now I have 4 less, but I had 100 items racked, and I still had enough room to probably rack another 50 items. So I can rack 150 items for a show and have no worry that the racks are going to break. The racks aren't linked on TikTok Shop. Amy said where they're linked. If you go there and you look for the products we use on a daily basis section, you found them. That's where they are. They're $100 a piece too. They're a little pricey, but trust me, they're worth every dollar. We used to buy the racks at Target, and the racks at Target were like $15, but they would break like every 2 months. I'd have a broken rack. And listen, nobody wants a broken rack. You want a nice, fulfilled rack. Why am I making that hand? You want a good rack. That's all I'm gonna say. You want a nice, good rack. And TikTok. I'm talking about these, by the way. These TikTok. Don't give me a nice warning, okay? How's the new house? Question. Have you had anything yet about Nifty adding WN? No, I haven't heard anything about them adding, but I'm pressuring her to do so. It would change my whole business if she would add that. And by her, I mean Niha. That's the person who runs. So if you guys put pressure on her, message her. Like literally all of you message her and say, we want that platform. And trust me, she will push it through, because I think I'm the only one asking for it right now, and I really, really want it. My Target racks would fall over. They're so poorly made. They're so poorly made. Let's real followers travel to watch K wherever he's live. Yeah, follow me everywhere. Follow me everywhere. Don't just follow me here, because just in case I lose it here, I'm gonna be elsewhere. I'm always live there. I've been live on those other platforms for the last 1.5 years while I've been waiting for this to get unlocked. So yeah, follow me everywhere. Follow me everywhere. All right, next to 92 and 97. By the way, I can't show this because this is going to show the person's address. Basically, when I'm shipping on the WN, basically today we labeled every item, but we label them with a number in the beginning and then the name of the item. So that way when I'm shipping, all I have to do is look for the number. So right now I see number 92 and number 97. So all I have to do is look for 92 and 97. I don't really have to look for the actual item itself. I'm just looking for the numbers, matching them, and shipping them. So these two right here are going to go together and ship out. It's that easy to ship a WN show. A lot of people make it super complicated. It's actually very easy. Yeah, follow everywhere. Appreciate you girls. You girls are always here helping out. It's like you girls don't do anything all day, you two. Katie and Amy and Trisha. Don't you have the lives? I'm just kidding. I gotta mess with you guys sometimes. What part of Florida? I'm in the Tampa Bay area. We're in Riverview right now. We moved to Riverview. We moved from Clearwater to Riverview. By the way, it took me like 50 minutes to drive to the Hillsborough store today. That was quite a drive. It's quite a drive. That's why I want to do those thrifting lives every week, but man, that drive is atrocious. It's actually the same time driving from where we used to live to the Hillsborough store, but I get stuck in traffic here, and I hate getting stuck in traffic. So yeah, I'm drinking a beer and relaxing. I wish I had a beer, actually. Tonight's a good beer drinking night. I actually have those Topo Chico, whatever they are, Trisha, the ones that you drink. Kat brought them over a couple weeks ago when we had our housewarming party, and I almost drank all of them. There's a couple left. I made 3 sales today. Let's go. What did you sell? What did everybody sell today? Drop it in the chat. What's your best sale from today? Your best sale from today. They're my favorite. Yeah, when we got them, I thought of you. Kat brought them over. I was like, these are Trisha's favorite. Not what? I don't know if that'll get picked up too. It probably will, Floor. It literally probably will. Yeah, I'm just trying not to. I'm trying my best. Yeah, the Topo Chicos. What's up, Reisner? Let's rewind. Really upset that I wasn't invited. Actually, you didn't want to be invited to that one. We had my older sister here, and she has like 4 million kids. Like literally, she like walks to the door, and in comes like 45 kids behind her. And as soon as they came in the house, no lie, all of them were saying 6, 7, 6. They were screaming it, and then my kids got involved, and everybody got involved, and my head almost exploded. Like it echoed 6, 7 in my house. And I was like, "This is miserable. Why did I invite you guys over here?" But you're my sister, so I guess I have to invite you over here. But man, those kids were so annoying. Hermes tie for $75. Let's go. It's been a while since I found an Hermes tie. It's been a while. These bags are amazing. Car t-shirts, Nike slides, Abercrombie and Fitch. Nice. People have been selling a lot of Abercrombie lately. I've been realizing that. Just sold a women's embroidered chore coat in less than a week for $50. What brand? What brand of chore coat? Or was it just like a no-name brand? It just was like a good one. Not sale, but I found a double RL at Goodwill for $3 today. What kind of double RL? Was it a jacket? Was it a shirt? Doesn't really matter. It's a double RL. But I just want to know. By the way, if you've been buying from us the last couple shows, we apologize. We haven't been wrapping all of the jackets, but we bought the bigger bag, so now we'll wrap all your guys' jackets for you. That's what you get. I know. Trisha's gonna come soon. Can we meet halfway across the U.S.? That's right, Amy. You're in Cali. So where would that be? Halfway across the U.S. Where would halfway across the U.S. be? Is like Texas? That's probably not halfway. Texas, I hear, has good thrift stores. How's your sister doing with real estate? Well, that's who helped us sell our house. So she's doing good. I think she had her second sale. She just started, so I think she had her second sale or is having her second sale very soon. That's a whole story. I want to tell you guys about her, but I can't because I don't know what I'm allowed to say. But she's doing better. She's in a different situation. Did she come on and say anything? Did she come on and say anything? Colorado? That's not halfway. That's halfway up there. Texas does indeed, yes. Did Kat ever come on live and say what happened? I don't think it really matters because a lot of people don't know who she is. Like definitely on Facebook and YouTube, they don't know who she is. But I don't want to put her business out there. I don't know. She did with her hubby. She did come on live. Okay, well, her ex-husband is I can't say what I actually feel about him. But she is moving on. Just put it that way. She deserves a lot better. That's all I have to say. And she's doing better now. She found somebody who's definitely better. Much detail aside from they're separated. Okay, yeah, they're separated for sure. Yeah, that's all I have to say. But she's doing a lot better. She's mentally she's a lot better. She was really bad for a couple months there. I was trying to talk her through it. She did what most people do is she went back because she thought that everything changed, and I told her it wasn't, and then I was right, and it sucks, but she's doing better now. Her birthday was the other day. Her birthday was on the 13th. I texted her in the morning. I said, "Happy birthday, biatch." I was the first person to text her at like 12:13 in the morning, and then she never replied to me. Fits exactly what I said. She said she was busy, so she does deserve the best. I miss her lives too. She does reselling still. She does real estate now too. So, and then she's also having to support 2 little ones without, somebody else. So she's busy, so she doesn't have time to do social media. I think she'd be great on social media. I think she'd probably at some point, I think she'd probably do better than me if she gave it her all. I've told her this before. I think she could do really good, but she just doesn't have the time. So Is the washer gone? It is gone, Erica. She took it, and she said it works really well. So sorry, Erica. Sorry, Erica. Sorry. Sorry, Erica. We might have a refrigerator soon, though. If you need a refrigerator. Um, sad, I know. But we might have a refrigerator soon. So if anybody needs a fridge, it works perfectly. We just got the filter for it, so now we got chat. I moved. Lucky Dancer wants to go live with me. No, thanks, buddy. We moved into the new house. The number one thing that I loved in the new house was my refrigerator had the water spot where you can get water. And I haven't had one of those since I was in my parents' house. Our last two houses, well, our apartment and then new house, or the other new house, we didn't have that. But that's my favorite thing now. So I can actually go up and get fresh water without having to like buy water bottles. I know that sounds crazy, but that's like my favorite thing. And then Kayla's favorite thing is the dishwasher. She doesn't have to hand wash dishes anymore. So she just washes them a little bit, throws them into the dishwasher. She thinks that's the best thing. I know people are probably like, I have a dishwasher and I've had one of those for years. But if you don't have both of those things, life's just not as easy. So I can't use those. They get dirty so quickly. What, the dishwasher? You just gotta clean your dishwasher. That's the only thing. You gotta run that clean cycle on it. But we also clean our dishes before we put them in the dishwasher. Give them a little rinse. Welcome to 2025. I still want to drink the filtered Florida water. It's filtered. It's fine. Hey, listen, if you were born in Florida, you drank out of the hose when you were little, so it can't be any worse than that, right? The water from the fridge, those pipes, it's fine. If I look different in a couple weeks, if I'm growing a third arm, then maybe I'll stop. Literally, never had a dishwasher. They get so dirty on me. You just wash them before you put in the dishwasher. That's what we do. But it's so nice. Kayla loves it. I have one with filtered water too, and still buy water bottles. Come on, I'm gonna use this thing. I'm gonna use the crap out of this thing. How many listings do you have? How many average sales per day? Listings that I have a little under 1,500 listings. Somebody just asked me this the other day. I think I had 1,597 total listings. How many do I sell a day on average? I can give you my sales from last month. Last month's sales, let me see. Well, last 4 weeks, I've sold 328 items on 4 platforms. So practically a little over 10 items a day. I think it comes out to like 11 items a day. I think that number is going to increase to probably like 450 to 600 come Christmas time. And that doesn't count these sales. These sales are not counted into that. If I counted these sales into that, that number would be crazy high. It'd be something absolutely ridiculous. But that's just on the 4 platforms that we list stagnant listings on, because that's the one that probably you guys can relate to. She has a great personality. She does. Silly question. How long did it take you and your wife to become full-time resellers? Advice for new sellers. That's a good question. Somebody asked that question yesterday on TikTok, but you guys are asking on YouTube. I did a TikTok live exclusive last night. So if you guys aren't following me there, make sure you give me a follow. But my advice, it's how long did it take? In 2018 is when I started reselling. In 2021 is end of 2021 is when I quit my job. So we were reselling for like 3 years before I quit my job. And Kayla quit first. My suggestion is, and I talked about this last night, if you work a full-time job and you resell on the side and you want to see if your reselling income can supplement your or basically take the place of your full-time job, what you should do is live off your reselling income for 3 to 6 months. Use all that money specifically for your bills and to pay for business expenses, because obviously you still got to buy inventory and pay your bills at the same time. And then what I would do with your full-time income during those 3 to 6 months is put it away into your bank account so you have a nice little nest egg built up. And then if you can do that successfully for 3 to 6 months, whatever number you decide, then you're ready to go full-time. If you can't and you got to pull from the bank account, then I would say you're not ready. You should be able to do it full-time. That's my suggestion. And always sell stuff in your house first if you're just getting started. Sell stuff in your house first. Take the money you make from the stuff you sell in your house and then use that money to go to thrift stores and garage sales and find some items. You're basically using money that you weren't, basically is just laying around. You weren't putting it to use to grow your money. So sell some items that you weren't using, use that money to go buy some stuff, and then use that money to grow, snowball it. It's basically free money that you're snowballing if you think about it. That's girl math. That's Surf's girl math. You consider doing a masterclass teaching people this. This is your masterclass. Ask your free questions. I don't want to do a class. The reason I don't want to do a class, I don't want to do a course If I do a course, I'm committed. Like I'm doing a commitment between me and you. I have to show up every Tuesday and do a class with you. I don't want to do that. I don't. That sounds like a job to me. I'd rather just come on live whenever I feel like it. Kayla's asleep, the boys asleep, the girls are hanging out. I can come on live and answer your questions for free, and then you don't have to pay me anything. So I don't see the rack, Wayne. There's the rack. The other rack's sleeping right now. Anyways, 82, 82, 82. If you watch the Whatnot shows, you could potentially see that rack, but she hides behind. I mean, it hides behind the camera. Anyways, Lululemon. We sold a Lululemon men's medium hoodie for 35 bucks. Still a good price. That's pretty much eBay prices on this Lululemon, and I'm pretty sure this probably went to a natural buyer or this went to a new buyer. So a lot of people, when they see us sell like something for $35, that's eBay prices. I shouldn't say that word on here. It's probably going to a new buyer that had a $15 code. So remember that if something sells for 35, that person might have only paid 20 bucks for this because they used their free code to get it. So little life hack for you. How many items do you post today? We try to post 20 per day, although this week we haven't even got close to that. We've been busy. I will say, as obviously as social media grows, a lot of my time is spent on social media, but I still want to sell a lot of stuff. But the way I sell a lot of stuff now is I use the auction site to do that and not so much listing. I would rather fire up a show and sell 100 items for less but make profit quickly than I would list all those items. So that's probably what we're doing. Other way around, Cassandra. Go to bed. Good night. Good night, Trisha. Have a good sleep. This is going out priority mail, so I got to grab a priority mail bag. Better than West Texas tap water. Yeah, it's better than Michigan's tap water, right? How long did it take you for... Oh, I already answered that. I recently lost a job of 6.5 years. Sorry to hear that, but sometimes things happen for a reason. So maybe you lost that job, so it'll push you to work harder reselling. So think of it that way. I know it's a negative situation, but sometimes you can turn a negative to a positive. And I think that's what you can do. Have you heard of Golden Emblem? Bought a heavy jacket from Goodwill. Are Joseph A. Banks. I've never heard of Golden Emblem. Joseph A. Banks blazers. They can be good. Chris sells a bunch of them. So if you're not following Chris at Peak, give Chris at Peak a follow. He sells a ton of like what people would consider low end blazers. He sells a ton of those, but he looks for certain things. So when he's live, you should ask him about Joseph A. Bank blazers and tell him which ones are worth picking up. I don't sell a ton of blazers in my area. I could get a ton of blazers if I wanted to, but I just don't want to store them. And Chris doesn't mind storing them. So he's the guy to ask about those. Where are most of your sales coming from? WN. Amy put it right here. If you look around, you can find what platform it is. I can't say it on the site because I hate it when I say that platform. Then we started on State and Flint. Yeah. Are you from Michigan? Dora, are you in Michigan area? I found 6 North Face jackets this week. My problem is keeping most things I like. Oh, I'm on this phone. I can't show it. Can I show it? Hold on. I can't show it. It's going to show his number. Speaking of North Face, I asked one of my consigners today how many North Face jackets. It's one of the people I work with the bales and everything, and they said they have 750 North Face and Patagonia jackets for me. We might move some of those wholesale. So if you guys are interested in North Face Patagonia wholesale, that might be coming up very soon. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. 750, and that doesn't even count bales that we have coming. So. It's about to get crazy. That North Face comment sparked my thoughts. I wish I was closer to you all. I wish you were too. A Michigander. Okay, you're right. Barry D is a Michigander, I believe. Isn't Barry D Michigander? Is he from Michigan? Having trouble moving my FootJoy polos. From your experience, what's the best price point? FootJoy polos depends on if they have embroideries. So make sure they don't have any club embroideries, random club embroideries. Good prints, bigger sizes. If they have any one of those off, they're going to be hard to move, and you should drop your price to like $17.99 plus ship. That's my suggestion. Nowadays, I only pick up bigger sizes with good prints. No club embroidery unless it's a good club embroidery. Lululemon very slow for me. It is slow, but Lululemon, there's certain pieces that are good, like that jacket that I just showed. That's a good jacket. That piece will sell very well. Well, maybe not more popular, but still seems. Wait, sure seems like it's seeing how many are in the blazer section. Oh yeah, there's tons in the blazer section, but there's only certain ones you pick up. Just like somebody just talked about Lululemon. There's certain Lululemon pieces that you pick up, and there's some that you don't. Man, a lot of you are from Michigan. Holy cow! I thought Michigan, like, not a lot of people live there, but I guess a lot of people do. Do you ever pick up pre-owned Nike polos? Not really. That's another one for Chris. I think Chris picks up a lot of pre-owned Nike. I pretty much pass on it. So, Alabama. Katie's from Alabama. Alabama. 77 and 88. 77 and 88. Someone got some Lululemons. Lululemon, and I think these are aloes. You know what's crazy? I think Aloe is a good brand for the WNs. We haven't ran this brand in a while, and it's actually been doing really well. I think for some reason Aloe's making a comeback, and it's people like it more than Lulu. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but we've had a lot of success running it. So maybe for a little bit we will. But like those sold for more than this, and this is a pair of men's, and that's a women's Aloe. So to have Lulu sell for less than Aloe, I think it's just because there's so many people running it. There's so many people running Lulu on all the sites right now that it's like killing the brand. I've never found Aloe in my thrift store. I hardly ever find it either. And maybe that's a reason why it's not a lot of people are finding it, but we've had a lot of success running them recently. A lot of success running them, especially like the jackets. Plain back pair of Aloe shorts for 15. Yikes. That's too much money. That's way too much money. Appreciate all the questions. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. Reselling questions, life questions, I don't care. Just don't ask me about surfs. I don't want to talk about him today. Just kidding. I'll talk about surfs. I'll talk badly about him. I'm just going to start reselling. Need to learn what to pick up and what not to do. So Sandy, go watch all my videos. If you're not following, by the way, and you're on TikTok, make sure you follow also all the other platforms. Hit the follow button. I have literally so much free videos here. Just go through and watch them all. There's thousands of hours probably of videos here and elsewhere. I ship out orders every morning. All of those videos are recorded on Facebook and YouTube. You can watch them there. Yeah, I have so many videos for free. What about shipping so expensive? There he is. It's Chris, you didn't tell me you got your live access back. How come you didn't tell me, Chris? How come you didn't message me and say, unless you did and I missed your message, and then I'll feel bad. But how come you didn't message me, Chris? How come you didn't say, hey K-Way, hey Wayne, I got my live access back? Appreciate the rose, by the way. Roses, yum. Roses, yum. Why prior mail over ground advantage? So with WN, if you ship over a pound, between 1 and 5 pounds, it's always priority mail. They have a deal with the post office. So I use the free priority mail supplies. This is the only platform really right now that I use the free priority supplies, because obviously Posh doesn't use priority anymore. So this is the only one I use these for. But anything between 1 and 5 pounds. Is Van Heusen a brand you pick up? No. Van Heusen is not a brand that I would pick up probably anything in. Hey, this is a gift card giveaway. Or I can't say that word. Can't say the G word on TikTok. But I'm about to put a free card to somebody who won. If you don't know, on our shows we give stuff. I can't say that either. Stuff, people get stuff for free somehow when they watch us on our auction sites. And that's what I'm shipping out right now. Is a free $10 card. And I figured out how to do these as letter mail too, which saves us a little bit of money on shipping these, because we pay to ship them. And you get free spit on every single one of them. Yeah, that site. Love listen. It's about midnight now. Thank you for the tips. Appreciate you, Bad. Appreciate you hopping in. I sell Ground Advantage is usually... Oh, yeah. That's how I ship all my stuff over there, too. Is almost always Ground Advantage. Highly suggest using Ground Advantage. Oh, I used the small one. Uh-oh. I have to put this in a big one. Hold on. Where's the bigger envelopes? Where did you put them? Oh, there they are. All right, this person's going to get a double. They're going to get it doubled. They're going to get one inside of another. So I grabbed the wrong size. I was wondering why those look different. You have a long tongue. Chris, why didn't you tell me? He's ignoring me now. Why didn't you tell me that you got unbananaed? Why didn't you tell me that, Chris? Chris at Peak is back. That's what people were telling me. They said they saw you live. And I didn't get a notification, so I didn't come on because I would have harassed you. Would you pick up short sleeve Bugatti with a good print? Only polos. They have to be the stretch polos because I don't care. Shut up. He told you? He didn't tell me. There's no way he told me. I would have saw that text, and I would have cried. I would have cried tears of joy for Chris at Peak. Chris and me are free. We are free men. You're looking at 2 free men right now. We've been locked up for over a year. We've served our sentences, and now we are free men. Yeah. Except Chris needs to go back. He responded to? He did? See, I missed his message here, too. Allen Viore are definitely better than Lulu. Yeah, they're moving way better than Lulu. But someone literally just bought 5 Lulu Metal Ventees for me for $22.95 each. Yeah. Banned for... Is that how long we were bananaed for? 20 months? That's a long time. I feel like I aged while we were gone. I resell. Yes, I resell for full-time job. Resell full-time. Go watch a bunch of my videos. I got a bunch here. All right, this person bought 6 items. Gen X, if you're here, I'm not shipping yours right now. I don't feel like shipping 10 items. I want to do all the easy items today. 66, which is down here. Oh, this was a good piece. It was a Carhartt. Good Carhartt puffer jacket. Went for 39 buckaroos. All right, this one's gonna go in a big poly bag. It's probably the best way to ship this. A big poly bag. February 2023. Man, you wrote down the date on the fridge, didn't you? Right when you got bananaed, you wrote down the date on the fridge and you said, "I'm gonna be back." Mark my words, Kim. I'm gonna be back. One day I'm gonna erase this off the board on the fridge. We'll remember this day. All right, that one's... Chris, why are you writing a random date on the fridge? Kim, we will eventually mark this off. And little did you know it would take you almost 2 years to mark that day off. Do you ever mix? No, because everything's numbered. So I've mixed up one time. I've shipped out thousands of items, and I've mixed up one time where I switched 2 numbers. They were like the same number. It was like 36 and 46, and I switched them between 2 orders. But usually if you mess up shipping, let's say I grab the wrong item when I'm shipping right now, at the end of the show, I'll be left with a number that doesn't match. So all I have to do is go back to the box that number that's hanging was supposed to be in, and then I just swap the item out. It's very, very, very hard to actually mess up your shipping if you do it correctly. So yeah, I don't mess it up too often. One time, I don't even know how many items we've sold this year. We probably sold 10,000 plus, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad number. Maybe it's less than that. But we sold a lot of items. Actually hurt my income a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chris, after you go live for the night, well, we've talked about this, but follow how much video views you get over the next couple weeks as you're live. Like, look at the difference in your video views, and I think you're going to see a big difference, because not my last video, because it's a vase video that you and Surfs keep making fun of me about, but the video before that, it's almost at 10,000 views, and I haven't had a video do that well, that fast, hardly ever. So we both got bananaed for stupid ban. It's sale of regulated goods. So basically, either the AI picked it up or somebody reported us for sale of regulated goods, and it's one of the only bans that's a perma ban. Even if we didn't have any violations before that, and 0 violations on my lives. Yeah. Well, I had 2 before, but it was both for the same thing. When I appealed it and I won the appeal, and then the last time I appealed it and it didn't go through, and then I couldn't talk to anybody. Basically, if you lose an appeal here on TikTok, there's nobody you can talk to get that appeal taken away. So you're basically stuck. You can file complaints and all that stuff, but they don't care about that. Do you only use free shipping boxes and bags from USPS when shipping? I only use the free shipping supplies when it applies to WN purchases. So everything over a pound WN goes priority. Between 1 to 5 pounds is free priority shipping, and then anything above that, I have my shipping settings to continue to go priority, so that way I can use all the free supplies. If you Google what that is, the regulated good, you'll see it's all the stuff you're not supposed to sell. Basically, it's all the, I don't want to say it. I have to be really careful with what I say because I don't want them picking it up and thinking I'm selling that kind of stuff. But just look it up on TikTok. There's rules so you can look at. So it's a point. Do you have to create new accounts again? Yeah. So I have a side account that I was going live on for a little bit. To be honest, I took a big step away from TikTok after that because I was really sour about it, and then I focused growing my Facebook and YouTube, which was really probably the best thing. Because if I had this the whole time, I would have just stuck here and never went there. But now I have a huge community over there, and I have the community back over here. So like right now, I'm multicasting. I'm on multiple platforms. I have 60 people watching me on Facebook and YouTube, and I have 78 watching me on TikTok. So I think it was a good thing. I think it was a good thing for me and Chris because Chris did the same thing. Instead of like bowing down and saying I quit, we both was like, okay, let's just grow something else. Because if we grow TikTok, we can grow Facebook, we can grow YouTube, we can grow Instagram. And I put a lot of effort in that stuff. And now that I have it back, now we're back over here. But yeah, it made me upset. It made him very upset, obviously. I'll tell her that you said hi. Because it was like, it was unfair. We didn't do anything wrong, and there was nobody we could talk to. But that's one thing about platforms is you are at the mercy of the platform. They can do whatever they want to you. So just keep that in mind. If you grow a platform, I'd highly suggest posting your content on multiple platforms just in case something happens. Yeah, it is wealth. I can't say that word because I'm on live on TikTok. If I say that word on TikTok, then I'll get a violation. So I try to work around it. But yes, WN is that platform. To go live on different platforms, do you use a phone? I use my phone for TikTok. I'm using a computer for Facebook and YouTube. They see you and you see them. See, I have chats over here. I'm streaming on these two platforms up here. You guys can see me. They can see me. So that's how I stream. Do you have any shipping profiles videos? No, but my shipping settings are priority. So the two settings you're allowed to do is over 5 pounds as priority, and then whatever it is, it's just priority is how I have it set. So if you go in to edit your show, just have the shipping settings set priority. Is your garage hot AF? No, it's actually really nice out. We took a walk after the show, Chris. It's like I want to say it's like in the 60s, like 60, 70, maybe it's 67, maybe 67 degrees, 59. So this is 15 ounces. So this is going to go ground advantage for those of you asking. That's cool. Is there a way to go live in the other two places at once? Yeah, that's I'm live in those two places all at once, but I can't hook up TikTok live because the format over there is landscape and this is portrait. So you can't do two at once. Are all your items 8 to 11? No, some of the items tonight were 1 to 2 pounds. Some of them were a pound. Some of them were 7 ounces. So we preloaded the show with the proper weights tonight. So everything was proper weights. What's the way to do two at once? It's called Restream. The platform that I use is called Restream. There's a lot of them out there, but I just use Restream to go two at once. So yeah, because this is 15 ounces, this is going to go ground advantage. So I just, with WN orders, I don't really fold these all nice and neat. I kind of just throw them in the bag. And then because this is 15 ounces, I'm going to make sure I use a poly bag. And then boom, boom, like that. Throw a label on it, ship it out, and we're good to go. Do you stream on TikTok Shop or I stream on WN? I don't do TikTok Shop because you have to have rights to I believe you have to have rights to the brands to be able to sell them, and nobody has rights to Polo Ralph Lauren. So Kim, let me do two at once. Sorry, Chris. I don't know what to tell you. You'll have to have a conversation with her. If you want, I can have that conversation with her. If you want, you can be in the room too. I can't make my. I'm sorry. What do you say the name of the platform? It's called Restream. Restream. To do two at once. Nice. I'll follow you on there. Appreciate it. So Loco, what's up? So Loco, I know your videos. I watch your videos all the time. You do the shoe videos, right? You walk into a store. You actually do really smart content. I actually like the way you make your content. Like you do the Goodwill videos, and I like the intro. Yeah, you do really good content. I've been watching your stuff for a very long time, so yeah, appreciate you hopping in. Um, Missed those late nights. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I've been watching your stuff since you've been doing it since like 2020, and you blew up in like 2021. I think is like when you really took off. And yeah, I've been watching your stuff for a while. It's cool to see you here. I need to start on WN. You should. You should. There's no better time to start than like now. Because if you keep saying you're going to start and you don't start, you never start, right? That's a slogan right there. Number 98. Who got this? Who got this deal, by the way? This is NC Wig, a brand new buyer. Carrie, you destroyed on this show, by the way. And I hope that you had your $15 credit, because if you use your $15 credit and you got these two items for the price that you paid, you made like a bandit on this show. So good job. What up, Luke? Do you go to bins? No, I don't go to the bins. All this stuff that I sold on WN tonight, it's all consigned. So everything on the entire show tonight and everything on tomorrow's show is going to be completely consigned, which means these people send these items to us, we sell them, and then we take a percentage, which means we have no costs. The only cost we have in the show that we did tonight is our giveaways. God, I can't say that word on TikTok. My bad. TikTok, don't ban me. Yeah. So when we do stuff like that, we supplement those, or we give those. Is that the word I was supposed to use? But yeah, consignment. I shared this yesterday, and it's not a brag. I'm just giving the numbers because I think this will help you guys out. This year, today's show marked 200,000 in sales on WN this year. And I'd probably say about 80% of that is consigned inventory. So 80% of that, we didn't use any of our money on those products, but we did take a percentage, which is a really great way to grow a business because there's no cost. The only cost I have is obviously when I give stuff to my people. So how does consignment work? They ship the item to us. It's 70-30 splits. We look for high-end, well-known brands. Most new consigners, I give them a spreadsheet. They give me a list of items they want to consign, and I approve every single one of them. So if you send me 100 items, I might only approve 5 of those 100 items because I'm only looking for the best stuff that'll sell. So that way you make good money and I make good money running your items. Because if your stuff sells for $5, of course I make money on that regardless. But you paid to ship the items to me. I sold it for $5 after I take my cut and whatnot. Whoops. WN takes their fees. You're making no money, so you'll never come back and consign with me. So my job is to get the best prices for you, bring in as much people as I can with free stuff, and get you good money so you come back. And not everyone, almost, I'd say about 90% of the people that consign with us come back for a second consignment. We do $10 starts. So if you come over here, you guys won't see this on the computer, but all this stuff over here is all consignment. That's all consignment, and I have consignment down there. This right here is not consignment. This is my stuff. But all of this is all consignment. So that's all stuff that was brought in. And we run at $10 starts, and a lot of that stuff is like crazy good stuff. But yeah, that's how we run the business. So would you be interested in, by the way, somebody offered, do you guys remember the person, I don't remember who it was, that said they were going to send us Lily to our old address? It never came, and they said they wanted to give it all away, and I don't remember who that was. And they always came in the shows, and they said they were going to do it, and they said they shipped it, but they never followed up. They never messaged me, and I'm hoping it's not sitting at my old house because they used my old address. So if somebody knows who that person is, if you could reach out to them, I'd really appreciate it. Does Surfs have a cold store too? I cannot confirm or deny. What made you want to start doing reselling? Is a good question. Appreciate everybody's here. Make sure you give me a follow if you're new here. What made me want to start reselling? I was working at the post office. I'll give the full quick synopsis. I've already told the story a million times. You can find it elsewhere. But basically, I was working for the post office. I thought I was going to get into stocks. I started like looking into stocks and how stocks worked. And this was in 2018. And if you look at the stock market in 2018, it was pretty stagnant. So I didn't make much money in like 6 months. So I decided to go back down the YouTube rabbit hole. I found a couple called Rally Roots, watched all of their videos. At first, I thought they were making all this stuff up. It was BS. How are you making money selling pre-owned clothing? Why would people go buy pre-owned clothing online when they can just go to Goodwill and buy it themselves? It makes no sense. Probably what a lot of you probably think when you first see the videos online. And then I started selling items in my house because that's what they told me. I said, well, I might as well sell some free stuff in my house because I just want to see if this will actually work. And stuff started selling. So I watched all of their videos and then I started reselling on the side, made more money reselling part-time than I did working at the post office full-time by the time I quit the post office in 2021. My wife quit her job first. For 6 months, we made sure we could pay off all of our bills with reselling money, just like I talked about earlier. As soon as we were able to do that, I quit my job full-time at the post office, and then we both have been doing it ever since. So that's how we got it. Do you do $10 starts on everything? Yes, we do everything, but I will take more risks on my own items, Sandy. So if I ever run my own item on a show and I bought it, I'll start that at $1 sometimes because that's my own item. I'd rather the consignor's item actually sell for more than my own items. Because again, I want my consigners to come back. So if that makes any sense. No, I haven't used that. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. And I don't know if it's worth it. But good question. I appreciate the question. Do you worry about bugs and people's stuff? No. I'll tell you this. I bought thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of items from thrift stores. I've never seen a bed bug in my life. I've never had a bed bug issue. I've never had cockroaches. Typically, bed bugs don't hang out in items that are moving. They hang out in your bed that doesn't move so they can feast on you and then go away. So if the item is hanging up on a thrift store rack, they don't want to be there. They want to go elsewhere. They want to go to the back of the thrift store in the pile of clothes. As soon as that item starts moving around, they go back to the pile of clothes and they find their way back. You're not really going to find bed bugs too often, so I wouldn't really worry too much about it. If that's what's holding you back, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I personally have never seen one in a thrift store. I've seen other videos of people that have seen them like hanging out, but I think it's very rare. 1,000 items, never. Also, if you're worried about that, the one thing you can do is you can keep the items that you bought in your car for like a day. I think if you keep it in a car for a day and it's a hot car, especially here in Florida, you just leave it outside and the bugs will die in the car. I think that's what some people have said, but I don't worry about it. So what did you do at the post office? I was a carrier for 8 years. I carried the mail. I was a letter carrier. I delivered mail in St. Pete. If anybody lives in St. Pete, you know that some of the letter carriers deliver mail by hand. So I delivered mail by hand. I walked my entire route for some of the time. I did get a driving route near the end. Do you guarantee the consigners items will sell? Yes. Hold on. How do I word this? I hand pick most of the consigned items, Renee. I hand pick most of the consigned items. So I only pick items that okay. What we ask for on consignment is items that sell for 35 or more on other platforms, the e-platform specifically. Your item has to sell for 35 or more regularly on that platform before you add it to the list. If I'm starting your items at $10 and your item regularly sells for 35 or more, it's almost guaranteed you're going to get a bid. And then I hand pick from those items that they give me. So if they send me 50 items, I might only accept 10 because I know those 10 items for sure will sell for the most out of all the items they gave me. Sometimes I'll accept all 50, but in most of the times I'll only accept a small portion. And then once the person has consigned enough with us, they understand how consignment works, they can just send us a whole box. So everybody who has consignment here just sent us the whole box because they understand what pieces I have been looking for and they've done it enough to where they can just send me a box, if that makes sense. But if you're new to consignment, I make you send me a sheet. That sheet fill out a spreadsheet and then I hand pick each one. I love St. Pete. St. Pete's awesome. Were they going to rebuild the Race Stadium? They are going to rebuild it. They're actually doing it right now, but I don't think it's going to be ready till 2026. Somebody can confirm that. I have a couple shows on WN. When I have those shows, though, I'll barely have any viewer suggestions to gain a following. Be consistent. The number one way you grow is consistency. I talked about this last night on TikTok. I'll talk about it again because you guys didn't hear it over there, Festive Flipper. So people always say that influencers have the easiest time on that platform, and they're like, you're only successful over there because you're an influencer and you have following, you have 200,000 people on Facebook. Of course you're going to have people in your show, right? And my answer to that is yes, because to grow my Facebook and my YouTube and my TikTok following, I was consistent for years growing that following. So if I wanted to grow on the WN platform, I would be as consistent as I was on social media. And once you make that connection, you understand it. I talked about this last night here. I went live on TikTok for an entire year doing this, not shipping, but listing my items for an entire year. And I think I only missed one night. Every single night for an entire year, I went live on TikTok. So if you want to be successful on WN, how about you take the challenge and go live on WN for an entire year and not miss one day. You're allowed to have one day off. I literally went live on Christmas. I went live every single day for an entire year. So I've already put that work in here. So that work translates to having people there because I've already done all the hard work before that. So yeah. Were you selling on? No, I don't sell here. I have some products I promote, but I don't sell here. I was there when you did that. Tej was here every single night, every single night. Rivet, what's up? What's up, Kim? Kim was there every night too. Kim was there, and Kim was my number. I think you were my number one subscriber, right, Kim? When I was doing subscriptions on TikTok. But yeah, that's why people have success. That's when somebody says Harry Tornado is super successful on whatnot, nobody can ever do what Harry Tornado does. Those same people are the same people that haven't posted any videos to YouTube like Harry Tornado has. You haven't done it. So why don't you do what he did beforehand for years and then translate that to a WN audience? Nobody, they won't take that challenge. They just won't. It's all about consistency, 100%. Consistency. You post all the time. Yeah. People just, they can't make that connection. And then also the other connection they don't make about growing on WN is if nobody knows who you are, right? If you've never been on socials before, nobody knows who you are, and you just pop up into a WN show, that translates to the same thing as you opening up a brand new store and doing no advertising. You're selling, you're a toy store, right? You're going to do a toy WN. Just imagine opening up a toy store at a random location and opening the doors and thinking that there's going to be 400 people fall through the front door. Nobody's going to show up the first day when you open that store, just like nobody's going to show up when you do WN for the first day. They're just not going to do it because nobody knows you're there. Nobody knows who you are. So why would they show up? So you have to be consistent. You have to start on the first day when nobody shows up and just keep showing up every single day. When I started on TikTok, I didn't have 72 people watching me. I had 3. And I had trolls all through my live. And I just stuck through it until I started getting 5, then 10, then 20, then 30, then 40, then 70. And then I have multiple platforms where I can go live and have people watching. But yes, you have to be consistent. Yes, ZK, I mentioned that yesterday. ZK is somebody who has grown to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in my opinion, WN streamers, and she grew without having a social media following. So she's point proven that you can do it, but guess what she was? She was consistent. Peace out, Katie. Thanks for stopping in, and thank you for helping out. So my background is business, and you got to start traction to social media before you open 100%. If anybody can do what I did on socials, by the way, too. Go watch my latest videos. My latest videos aren't that good, but they translate to views because I've learned how to make those videos. But yeah, you don't really need to have like a social media background either. You just need to see what other people are doing and just do what they're doing. It's the only thing you need to do. Philosophy with Kway. I was talking about an experimenter this week, and he told me that bed bugs were hiding in this heat pad that this old lady brought to the thrift store. Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's not so much clothing. The heat pad, the heat pad just sits in the corner of the thrift, and that's why it's probably there. But clothing is different. So Relatability is huge. Well, that's what you get with TikTok Live, right? TikTok Live is relatability. Like I can talk back and forth to you guys. I think live atmosphere is growing. Obviously, people are starting to understand it, and it's growing. Like just look at Kai. If you know who Kai Sonata is, he's the biggest live streamer. He gets people on his streams, big celebrities on his streams. People are starting to understand that this is not only a great way to connect with the community, but it's like the best way to grow a community. TikTok shop, TikTok shop, TikTok shop. Oh yeah, I can't talk about. Can I talk about him on here? They probably no. He does lives here. I should be able to. TikTok shop, TikTok shop, TikTok shop. I love TikTok shop, TikTok shop, TikTok shop. Just keep saying TikTok shop, and it'll all wash away all the sins I've created on this live. TikTok shop, TikTok shop, TikTok shop. Thank you for the great items. I appreciate you, Ruffles. Ruffles. I might have packed your order. I don't know. I packed a bunch of orders. Actually, probably not that many orders. Oh yeah, ZK is a hustler for sure. She knows. Be consistent. Hey, guess what, Carolyn, and all of you. Did you guys know that ZK used to come to my lives on TikTok back when I had like 10 people on them before she even sold on the WN? She was probably one of the first people that tried to get me on WN. And she'll tell you that. She used to be here before anybody knew who ZK was. I remember when she came in my live, and the first thing I said to her, because I saw her name, she was like, oh, my name's ZK Styles. I saw her name, and she mentioned her name was Zorine. And I was like, that's the first time I ever heard that name. That's like really nice. That's a pretty name. She's like, oh, thank you. And I remember that whole day, like the first day she was here. She's cool. She's an awesome person. One day we'll officially meet her. Me and Kayla will go. I think she lives in Cali. Me and Kayla will go to Cali and we'll meet up with her. But she's an awesome person. I was here when you were a nobody. Yep, I'm still a nobody. Except for this guy. This guy's not a nobody. Can you send me that envelope? No, but I can send you a blank envelope if you want the saliva, because I know that's what you're after, Barry D. I know you're after the saliva. I gotta do one more gift card. I gotta go after the gift card. That was Las Vegas. Okay, that's where it was. I know it was somewhere close to that. I thought it was Texas to Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. Somewhere over there. Isn't like Vegas and Cali like the same thing, basically? I think it is. I think it's the same thing. I bought her brand new dress. Let's go. Yeah, she does really good shows. She is a very smart person when it comes to selling. That's all I have to say. Super smart. She's her curated shows are really good. Nice to see you back on TikTok. Appreciate you, Missy. I'm back. Cali is a different country. That is true. That's true. But we do have some Cali representatives in here, Barry D. Amy will get you. Amy with the big pony will get you. Yeah, there's a lot of Cali people in here. Cali people, let me know where you let Barry D know that you represent Cali, because I know there's a million of you. Feels like half the world lives in California. Let me pack this one up. Number 2. Might as well do this one really quick since it's right here. She knows. Wisconsin. Okay. Not Cali. Really need to get WN. Maybe I'll make it my next thing. You should. I think everybody should give it a try, and I think everybody should be, if they give it a try, they got to be consistent with it. Stay consistent, and I think you can grow it. I think anybody can. Ship out all the orders. You ship out all the orders. No shipping team. Oh yeah, we do. Me and my wife do everything. Yeah, I used to employ my mother-in-law, but we moved and she can't. But no, I don't need a shipping team. Yeah, I don't need a shipping team. I'm not like selling pallets or anything like that. So yeah, no shipping team needed. You should have seen Soul. You're new here, but you're not really new here because I've seen you around. You should have seen my last house. I did everything. We have 3 kids, wife and a dog, and I did everything out of a 1,100 square foot house, and I had a 1-car garage, and I did all this out of there. And we just recently moved, so I think you can do this out of an apartment, and you don't need a shipping team. You can do it all. Best place to buy shipping supplies. I have some linked here on TikTok Shop. I also have some in another place. So if somebody will probably put it in the chat where you can find that stuff. But yeah, I have them 2 places. What am I going to do? What am I doing? Priority? Yeah, priority mail. Usually I ship a lot faster, by the way, too. This is a slow ship because, yeah, that place. This is a slow shipping live because I'm hanging out with you guys. But usually, me and my wife Kayla, we can do this. We can ship a 100-item show in less than an hour because as she's grabbing and folding like I just did, I'm getting the label and the packaging ready, and then as soon as she's done folding, she hands it to me. I throw it in, and then I start naming off the next 2 or 3 or 4 items that sold, and then she starts wrapping those up. So Kayla does it all. Yeah, she does do it all. She does all the hard work. She does the folding because I don't like. Look at this. This is not going to fit. I really suck at folding, so she takes care of all that. By the way, appreciate everybody hanging out. We still got so many people in here. It's like 12 o'clock at night. I still got 60 people watching on Facebook and YouTube. We still got 68 on TikTok. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Friday nights are probably going to be shipping nights after the show. Because I got to ship all this stuff out anyway. So it's only 9 p.m. Yeah, over there it's 9 p.m. Tej, where are you at? Tej, where are you at? I should probably know because I've shipped so many orders to you guys. I just don't pay attention to the orders. I didn't know you were over there with. You're probably in Amy's house. Washington, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I was about to ask, who is better at folding? I'm so bad. Oh yeah, I'm pretty good at folding, but not WN shows. I kind of just throw them in. As an old schooler selling, let's just saw many years ago. I thought of designing online sites for selling clothes and handmade art online, having special sites, pre-loved, just no financial backing at the time. My brother sold his smaller online site for a nice chunk of change. Unrelated topic. There's a lot of people trying to do that actually right now. There's a lot of people trying to do those AI listers too. It feels like every day I see another influencer trying to sell a new AI lister, and I know how they're doing it because I've been asked to promote them. Basically, all these companies are basically building these AI listers that aren't the best, and they're just reaching out to influencers and being like, hey, if you put your name on this, you can have a percentage of the income, just promote it. And that's why I always push Nifty, because I think Nifty is the best and I don't want to push a platform like that. But just be careful with the ones that you use. So you should probably know his name is TJ then. Yes, Tej. That's why I call Tej. Tej. In California. A lot of you are in California. What's Nifty? It's a AI lister. Nifty it uses AI to create listings, and then it immediately lists to eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and Etsy if you sell on Etsy. It also keeps track of all your analytics. So if you sell something, it keeps track of all that. It shares your Posh Closet. It sends out offers on all the platforms. It also delists and relists your inventory automatically to keep your listings fresh. It does all of that. So there's lots of benefits. I have a video. If you go to my Instagram page, it's my pinned video on Instagram. It kind of shows how the AI works, but then I also have a video on YouTube going over all the benefits. Yeah, full length video over there going over all of that. I just got 2 boxes from you. My husband want to know who this Wayne guy is. Tell your husband he should know who I am. Tell your hubby he should know. Nice. I'm starting to use it. Give me so long. Wait, it takes me so long to list on all platforms. It does, and Nifty does definitely help. There's a bunch of AI listers out there that can help that, but I think Nifty's the best when it comes to cross listing and all the automation tools. It's definitely the best. I've tried them all. I've promoted List Perfectly before Nifty, and Nifty beats List Perfectly by a long shot. So yeah. There's always if you want to try it, if anybody's listening, there's a place you can find. It's in the tree. If you find the tree, there's a discount code there. You get 7-day free trial and you save 15% on your first month. So go try it. I still manually post to each site though. Listing takes forever. You should try Nifty. Just give it a try. It's free. It's free to try. And then you save 15%. And the good thing is, you can cross list all your stuff, and then if you don't want to use it after that, then at least you have all your stuff cross listed. You only have to pay for, what Teach said. You only have to pay for it for a month. Ship 7 days a week, very inspiring. Yeah, we Actually, crap, I forgot. Can I still do that? I think I can. I meant to do a pickup for tomorrow for the post office. I usually don't ship on the weekends, but we have a big show tomorrow that I want to ship out. If I can't set it up, then I'll have to go out on Monday. Oh well. I picked up some Versace platform heels tonight. Comps kind of all over the place, but it looks like that's so Versace and Gucci and all those brands. If you ever have someone come to you and say, I only pick up items that have good sell-through rates, then ask them if they'll pick up a pair of Gucci shoes. And if they say absolutely, then have them go look up sell-through rate, because Gucci and all those high-end brands, the sell-through rate is trash. But obviously, you're going to pick them up because it takes that unique buyer to buy them. So for those festive flipper, what I would actually do is price them high and wait for the right buyer. It's probably going to take a while to get a sale, but as long as they're authentic and you price them high, you can get that sale. It's just going to take a little bit, because not everybody's going out and buying Gucci shoes every day or buying Versace boots. But list them high and wait for the right person to come by. I've heard people love List Perfectly. I used to use List Perfectly before Nifty. List Perfectly, the only thing I hate, and I think a lot of people that promote it have never tried Nifty. I've tried them all. I have Vindu linked too, but Vindu, the only reason I have it linked is because you're able to cross list to WN. It's the only one that you're able to at this point. But LP, I hate the fact that it opens tabs for each platform. So if you've ever tried to cross list with LP on your phone, it's miserable. It's a miserable experience. But if you've cross-listed with Nifty and Vendu, much easier. Like, it's such a breeze. I hate the fact that it does that. Also, I don't think the automation tools are nearly as good as Nifty. Definitely not with Vendu. Vendu, you need to have a device running to be able to do the automation tools, where Nifty, you don't have to have a device running. It's automatically set up. It's set and forget it. So that's the benefit. The only benefit that those two platforms have over Nifty is they have more platforms you can cross list to. So that might be your issue right there. You might need Facebook Marketplace to be able to cross list to, and that you would need one of those services for that, because Nifty doesn't have it. So that's the catch. You have to figure out what works best for you. When it comes to automation tools, when it comes to AI, when it comes to all that, Nifty beats them. Nifty just needs to be able to cross list. So Nifty is a website. So again, go watch my video on IG, my pin video. That entire video is made from my phone. Obviously, I screen record on my phone. Also, on my YouTube channel, my last video, I did a how to list on all platforms at once using AI. And that video shows my entire listing process from beginning to end, from when I take my photos over here. I take my photos in there. I then move the items over here, which is a little bit of a mess right now. And I fold the items up. Actually, I bring the items over here, fold the items up, put them into the bag. Then I put them into inventory with the numbers. So everything is numbered. So as soon as something sells, I put it over here, and then I can just grab the items and go. So it takes me like 10 seconds to grab an item and ship it, because everything's in order. But that video is, and then I have a screen share on that video showing how Nifty works. So it's also on YouTube or Facebook too. So if you have Facebook, you can do it that way. Yes, Nifty would replace let me show you guys. You guys are already here. I'll show you guys. Boom, boom, boom. So Nifty, this is Nifty. Say hi, Nifty. All the items are in your inventory. You have your items cross-listed, so it shows you where your items are. I don't list to Etsy, so that's why Etsy doesn't have anything on there, because I don't list to that platform. But it shows where all my items are listed. When items make a sale, you can go to your sold portion. You can see what sold. So this sold on just now, or just earlier today, sold on this platform. These are all delisted. It automatically delists across all those platforms as soon as you make a sale. You have your analytics tool, which shows you where your items sold, how much profit you made. It all does that automatically for you. You have your expenses page. I don't have this filled out because I have a separate spreadsheet that keeps track of that. Keeps track of all my sales, profit, loss, shows me where I made sales at. Obviously, this platform is destroying the rest, obviously. And then it shows me my top selling items, what my top selling categories are, and my average sales price on all my platforms. That's all given from my actual sales. That all gets brought into Nifty without me having to do anything. It's all automatically done. And then you have your dashboard. This is your share tool, your send offers, follows people back on Posh. This is all says 0 because this just got reset at 12 o'clock. It's 12:08 right now, so that's why they're all 0. But as you can see, I still sent one offer in the last 8 minutes. I've self-shared 12 times in the last 8 minutes. I've sent out an offer on Depop. Earlier today, it's probably had like 60s and hundreds in this area, but now it's, reset. And then zeros over here, it recreates, relists on these platforms. A recreate on eBay is basically it ends the listing and then it relists the item like a brand new listing. So that way your listings always stay fresh. And that's everything that Nifty does in basically a synopsis of Nifty. So let me go back. Let me switch you guys back over here. What if you already listed? No. If you already no, when you bring your items over to Nifty, you just hit or you hit sync. You would do a full sync the first time you do it. It goes through eBay and it pulls all your listings into Nifty. Super fast, super efficient. Yeah, not Facebook. Yeah, they don't have Facebook or WN yet. So, Kate, I just saw your message if you're here. Yeah, you could rewatch. I'll message you afterwards. I love creating listings inside Nifty. List to all four platforms at the same time. Yeah. So earlier today, that's what Kayla did, and we have drafts set up. So these are all drafts that Kayla did today. That was done with the AI. So I just upload photos into Nifty, and it uses AI to create listings. So those titles and everything were created just from my photos. I go through and I edit them, make sure they're perfect, and then I list those, and they automatically list to those four platforms. As soon as I say it's ready to list, I hit list and it goes to those four platforms all at once. Super fast, super efficient. I will say the AI isn't perfect. You should go through and always check AI and make sure it's good to go. But with Nifty, it's good. It's like, I would say I'd give it like a B plus. There are some instances where you got to change some things or like the wrong size gets put in, you got to fix it, but it's definitely faster than listing it yourself. His favorite word is super right now. Super, super, super. Yeah, it does all that for you. Basically, just like read your stores. What size box are those? Those are 28 by 8 by 8 boxes, but I do have 24 by 8 by 8 boxes in the TikTok shop. If you don't want to buy the 24 by 8 by 8 boxes because you want these boxes, they don't have those on TikTok shop. There's a place where you can find them. Somebody's going to tell you how to find them here shortly because I can't say where they are because TikTok doesn't like me to say it. How much volume of inventory do we need of average men's clothing to start to pay the bills? It depends on what brands you're selling, right? If you're selling a bunch of Ralph Lauren, you're going to need a lot of Ralph Lauren. If you're selling a bunch of items that sell for $50 or $50 to $100 each, you're going to need less of those items to pay your bills. So it all depends on what you're selling. If you're selling most of what we're selling, like how we teach and what we pick up, the volume of your store to pay all your bills, I would say you need at least, I would say somewhere between 800 to 1,000 listings. And it also depends on how much your bills are too, right? Your bills could be a lot less than mine and you might not need that much. So yeah, that platform. I can't say it. You guys know, I can tell you guys a million times a day, but for some reason TikTok doesn't allow that. But I can't even type it because I'll get in trouble for typing it. But yeah. All right. I think we're done. I shipped out, I don't know how many orders, just a couple orders. But that's okay. I'll finish the rest tomorrow morning. I still got 40 or 25 orders. So I had 41 total. I'm down to 25, which is pretty good. But most of my other orders are all bulk orders. So it's going to take me a while to ship those out. Is it WN? Yeah, that's what I'm shipping out right now. Does most of your income come from bulk buys from a few brands? I do a lot of bulk buys locally. But most of my income comes from, most of my selling income comes from consignment. Yeah, I would say, it's probably close to 50-50. Remember, consignment, we only make 70-30. So we only make 30% on the items that we sell on WN. So we make more margins on the other platforms. So we don't have to sell as much to make as much as we do on WN. But on WN, I don't have any costs on those items. So a zero cost for the stuff I sold tonight. And I have full costs on all of those items. I paid for all of those items. But a lot of the recent stuff we've been buying is bulk buys. And I got to talk to my bulk buy guy probably later this weekend because I can't do a bulk buy with him this week. I got too much stuff. I can't. If I do another bulk buy this week, I'm going to have a midday WN show and I'm going to blow it all out. And I don't even care if I make any profit because I want to just get rid of it all. So you guys might see that. If he has to sell to me because he bought the stuff, I might have to buy it from him and then you guys will get a good deal on it. Yeah, that's the answer to that one. I legit planned my first show tonight and I'm so nervous. I didn't do it. You should have done it, Jessica. Just do it. The worst that can happen is nobody shows up and you cut the camera and you're done. But if some people show up and you make some sales, you're going to be really happy that you actually tried to do it. So I think you should do it. All right, chat. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm going to be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the WN app. So make sure you go follow. You can find if you find the place that has the link, if you click on it, you get $15 for free. If you've never signed up before, you'll find it. It's somewhere on my account. Tomorrow's all Polo Ralph Lauren, so I know a lot of you like Polo Ralph Lauren. We're gonna be selling all that tomorrow night. Probably 200 plus items. And yeah,